Um, I'm Jim Townsend. I'm Democratic candidate for state representative. I live in Webster County. My area is Webster, McLean, 17 precincts in Hopkins, and 5 precincts in Davis County. So it's a large rural area. Gets into Madisonville down around the fairgrounds. I'm married to Carolyn Parker, who was originally from Hopkins County in the Hanson area. We have been married for 48 years. We have 4 children and 8 grandchildren. At the very present time, and this varies from, but at the present time, I feel like that jobs are the #1 concern of people in the area. The only way to address that is to educate. I think education is very, very important. We have to train these young people and middle-aged people to change jobs. They need training, and I'm very much a proponent of education, whether it be at vocational education or whether it be in the high school. Not everyone is set up to, or not everyone is interested in going to college. Not everyone is interested in going to work immediately. Some want to go to college. I feel the only way that we can overcome that to get better paying jobs, higher quality jobs, is more education. And including in that is education through workforce development. I'm pro-life, and the reason being, as a Christian, it teaches that we are to take care of the young and the old. That's in the Bible, that we need to take care of the young and the old. And my faith says that being a human life, that we must take care of them. So I am pro. I think that it all boils back to education, whether it be wanting to go to work immediately out of high school, or whether it be going to college to get training. I think that's very necessary to get the advanced training. I know that, and I may be speaking out of turn here, but I do know that the unions have training programs where I think it takes about 4 or 5 years to become a master plumber or a master welder or whatever they do. But talking about the coal mines, we have lost since 1994, under the leadership of my opponent, we have lost 70,000 jobs in the state of Kentucky. Now, I'm going to hit my opponent just a little bit. He was the chairman of the Natural Resources Committee. As a county judge, which I was for 25 years, I made many, many trips to Frankfort to promote coal in West Kentucky coal. Of course, it affected East Kentucky too, but I was more interested in West Kentucky and the jobs we had in Webster County. But since being a county judge, I have been able to work with Donnie Carroll, work with county judges around us, and we've all been supportive of Cole counties, and I've gone to Frankfort many times to talk to governors about Cole. What can we do? The one that helped us the most was Paul Patton in Cole. He was great to talk to and to visit with, and he saw our needs. So when Cole's gone from here, we've got to retrain, and the people we retrain, they have to have training in something that is here or something that we're going to bring into this area. So I'm very pro-Cole. I'm pro-life, and I'm pro-guns. Being a county judge for as long as I was, this is something that we fought for the last 10 years with the state. All of our funds for retirement were combined with the state, KERS, the county, CERS, state police, and school. Now, school is completely different the school teachers. Now, the people that are bus drivers, the people that work in the cafeterias, they're on the county retirement system. The county retirement system, and I'm proud to say this, but a county retirement system, we were in really good shape until they tied the Kentucky retirement system to us. There's one governing body that runs all of that. Frankly, I think they should be separated, because I think that we have people in county government who can be much more educated on how to invest the money. And we've argued that for years. We as county judges and county officials, we've argued that. I think that we should have our own retirement system, and that's county. I'm retired now, but I think we ought to have our own county retirement system. I think the employees should have theirs, but they're going to have to really pick up and fund them more. Now, this last legislative session, they did fund quite a bit into those KERS primarily, and they did fund more into the state police retirement. They didn't fund a whole lot into the county retirement system. As any other employee, I feel like the legislators, I think they should have their own retirement. But I think it needs to be, as all of them do, it's very important that they all be transparent. And in the past, I'm thinking 12, 14 years ago, it was not transparent at all. And that's when the legislature, they would put a little in, just a little in, to bring it up a little. I think the Kentucky retirees was up to 19% funded. So, with people retiring, it's going to run out of money. And none of us are for that. We work too hard to lose our retirement. Hopefully, I've got my retirement with the county. I had over 30 years. And as long as it can be scrutinized closely, I think that there ought to be retirement systems for all that are employed by the county. and the legislature is an employee. But don't try to hide anything. I mean, it's all up front. And that's the way we've always done in Webster County. We balanced our budget every year. We had money to put on roads after we had balanced our budget. We put in, I don't know how many bridges in our county, but we had co-severance money that helped us a great deal. Co-severance money is very, very slim right now. I talked to our county judge yesterday, and I think $164,000 is what we brought in first quarter. I can remember when we would bring in $2.5 to $3 million. So it just ruins your budget when you have a hit like that. A few years ago, we had a hit like that in Webster County, and we had to really tighten down on everybody. And me being the county judge, I was the enforcer. And it wasn't a very popular place to be. But that's part of it. And I asked for that job, and I enjoyed it very much. I'm asking for this job, and I know I will enjoy it too, because I enjoy what I do. I enjoy helping people, and I think that's my biggest attribute as a county judge anyway. First of all, I think that they should choose me over Mr. Gooch, because the people can trust me. My trust is proven with 25 years as county judge. I think that, well, I know that I'm a proven leader by being able to lead the county the way we did, and delivered the results. We brought a lot of money into Webster County, not just coal money, but we brought a lot of other money by having tremendous working relationships with all the former governors, including Mr. Fletcher. We had a great relationship. He knew me personally, and I knew him personally, and that worked really good for us. I will not switch parties for my own convenience or for my own gain. I will not do that. And I will say that the one reason that I ran, I'd been asked many years ago to run, but Jim had done a fairly good job. But when he changed policies, or changed to Republican from Democrat, and I don't blame him for doing that, to switch parties, if that's what he chose to do. But he let down a lot of people who had supported him for 20 years as a Democrat. And on top of that, we lost 20 years of seniority in the Democratic Party by him switching out to the Republican Party. I don't fault him for changing parties. I don't do that. But I don't think he thought about, unless it was for his own gain, I don't think he thought about how people would accept that. We had lunch together yesterday, and I told him, I said, the only reason I'm running against you is because you switched parties, and I can't see you doing that. But when I entered this race, I prayed about it a lot, and I put it in the Lord's hands. I've had some illnesses in the past. 3 different times I nearly died. One of those times I should have died. Everyone said that, even the doctor. But I figure there's a reason for me still being around, and I don't know what it is. I wish he'd just tell me, what it is. I think maybe this is what it is. And however it works out, it's in the Lord's hand. Hello, I'm Jim Townsend, and I'm running to be your state representative. I was judge executive in Webster County for 25 years, and I proudly served our our communities with integrity, honesty, fiscal responsibility, and trustworthiness. I will fight to stop the drastic cuts to education, improve health care, and stand up for coal. And I will also fight to create jobs. I'm the only candidate in this election that can be trusted to do what is right and in the best interest of the people. It's time to change in Frankfort and to send someone there that will not turn on you. I'm Jim Townsend, and I ask you for your vote and support on November the 8th.